Hi, my name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a Hell's Bell, hello. I'm saying it like that because I've had a few people lately say to me, what is it you're saying? And this goes back over a year that when the channel kind of took off really, and my daughter Grace came up with the notion. She said, oh, all those ladies watching you are like your Hell's Bells. So Hell, H-E-L, apostrophe S, bells. So it's just a little bit of fun. And yeah, so that was that explanation. And the other thing I just wanted to say is about subscribing, because a lot of people still seem to be under the impression that you have to pay to subscribe. You do not. It doesn't affect anything apart from your feed. And even then, if you don't hit the notification bell, as well as subscribing, my videos will kind of drop off your feed list. That sounds awful, doesn't it? You know what I mean? What YouTube presents to you. So it's just a case of if you'd like to watch more of my videos, which I hope you do, then if you hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell, you'll just get my emails as I release them, basically. So it's about 50-50 at the moment of people that watch that are subscribers and those that aren't. So yeah, I'd just be really grateful if you could take the trouble to subscribe. As I say, it doesn't cost you a penny. That's the admin done, so to speak. So you will have noticed I've had my hair cut off, but not all of it. And I did do a little add on to the last video, so if you watched that you will have seen that I had my hair cut, and I just kind of slotted that into that video because I was asked to do that, and I couldn't do it any other way. So yeah, I've had it all cut off. They kind of call this a French lob, whatever that means. It's basically a layered bob. So I had about 4 or 5 inches cut off actually. I've washed it myself today. When the hairdresser did it, of course, it looked marvellous. Thank you, Gemma. Although I'm quite happy with it. And you know what? It's so much easier. My hair is so porous, I think is the only explanation of it. And so it takes an awful lot of energy to dry it. I mean, it's still wet at the back. But, you know, I don't really care about the back. So it's kind of layered and it will flick up and do its own thing. And that's what it's supposed to do. So, and that's what I want it to do, actually. I don't want kind of a serious old-fashioned bob. That's not really me. And my hair isn't really designed for that because it has got so much wave and texture to it. Anyway, I hope you like it. I do, and that's actually what counts. So, yeah, so, like, really, it's just a haircut. So I've got a 2 haul today. The sun is shining. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I'm always scared when you hold a sneeze in that your head's going to explode. Such an idiot. Anyway, yeah, I've got a 2 haul. So we'll see. I've got jeans, I think, because everyone was saying how they liked the flared jeans that I had on the other day in a video. And I thought I'd try and find some that are current stock so that you could see those. I've got a dress, I've got a jumpsuit. I mean, will I ever learn with jumpsuits? I tried to talk myself out of it and then I end up ordering it. So we'll see. And a couple of t-shirts, a few bits and pieces. I ordered them last week and my daughter's coming to stay later today and I need to clear the bedroom down of clothes. So I'll be getting onto that very soon. Is there anything else? Not really, I don't think. Oh, I was up visiting when I got my hair cut because that lady is, well, a girl. She's a girl to me, although she's been cutting my hair now for 26 years. Anyway, I try and sort of do a round robin of people that I know up where I used to live in 2 areas that I used to live. So it was pretty full on, actually. You know, my head was spinning afterwards, which sounds ridiculous, but I saw 4 different like groups of friends or ladies, and it's quite full on, isn't it? Because you're catching up, you know, some of them I hadn't seen in a year, and I was exhausted when I got home, to tell you the truth. I was really exhausted, which sounds a bit pathetic because all I was doing was sitting having a cup of tea and yakking. But it's kind of a lot of emotional energy, isn't it? And, you know, they're all different. We've all got different connections. Anyway, it was really lovely and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, yeah, so that's kind of kept me really busy. And anything else? No, I don't think so. It's all just the usual. I'll stop drawing on. Do you know, I had one lady and she said, "Stop droning on, you're so boring." And I wanted to say, why are you watching then? I just removed her. I thought, you know what? I don't need that in my life. Would you say that to me in real life? No. So, jog on. Anyway, please don't all jump in. I get, you know, overwhelmingly positive comments. So I'm very, very lucky. And I know that. And I put myself on this platform. But really, I do not understand the mentality of somebody that takes the trouble to complain. Just change channels. That's what I do. If I start watching something and I think, oh, they're not for me, I just move on. Anyway. And I'll try and get this done before Rob comes back with Dolly, but that would be a miracle. So, yeah. Shut up. So this first dress is viscose, polyester and elastane mix. And it's just £18 from 2 at Sainsbury's. And it's this kind of ribbed fabric. Now, when I got it out of the parcel, I thought to myself, oh, I don't think that's going to work at all. Very similar in design to the one I got from Primark that was £22, which was a black jersey. And this one is more clingy. But this thing here is like a little miracle. And I'll show you why, because it is really clingy. And I've only got bog standard pants on. I haven't got hold them in or anything. I haven't got a slip on or anything. And obviously it is showing my lumps and bumps. But I wanted to kind of show it to you in the flesh, really, in the raw. But I put heels on with it just to give it that kind of elegance, really. I think it's amazing. See what you think. Let's just move the camera slightly. See how this, because, you know, where I've got this tummy area here, this kind of just disguises it. You know, I would, if I keep this dress, I would wear it with some more kind of structured underwear or a slip. A slip might just be all it needs. But £18, I think it's really flattering. I mean, maybe I'm deluded. Maybe when I see it on the camera, I will think differently. But, you know, my first impression when I looked in the mirror was, crumbs. That's impressive for £18. I've just noticed that the rib is actually diagonal on here. That's interesting, isn't it? It's diagonal. I think, I can't work this out because there's no seam and the ribbing is straight on the bottom and then diagonal on the top. I don't know. I'll have to look at it in off me to see. But I know you can see my lumps and bumps. You know, and I've told you that. I know I can see them, and you know you can see my belly. But it wouldn't take much to smooth that out, and I think it's an amazing dress. I mean, maybe it's all, you know, maybe like it's just horrific in real life. I don't know. But certainly what I saw in the mirror, and I will have to see, obviously, when I look on the camera, but I think, and they do it in another colour, I can't remember what it is, but I will link this down in the description box so you can see. So that's number one. So do you remember the shirt I got in white last time? I sent that back actually because I've got so many white shirts, but I was rather taken with this bright blue, which I think is rather nice. This is pure cotton, obviously, broderie anglaise. It's £25. And the jeans are size 18, and they were £20. And they're in black denim because they didn't have the blue. Obviously, I know you can see my bra through this, but, you know, you could easily wear a little vest top under it in white or whatever, you know, takes your fancy, or just in neutral if you want it to kind of look just like flesh flesh coloured. So I do like this colour. I think it's really cheerful, don't you? Very summery. And when I first started to put the jeans on, I thought, oh, good Lord, they're not going to go on. But they're so stretchy, they did go on. They are a tad long, but I've started, rather than getting the short, because I have got really short legs, I started to get them in the regular, because I think you get a better rise with them. I mean, it looks hideous around the belly area, but, you know, nobody's going to see that bar me. So I would always need a longish top with it. But and I just shorten them, and I've got to shorten some trousers that I have, some jeans that I have, so I will film that because a few people asked me to. And so anyway, I'll show you the full thing. So I love the length of this. I love that it covers my backside, and it's a good length at the front too. I think it looks really cheerful, and I am quite liking a flared jean. I think it sort of helps balance the top half, the flared top in a bit and then out a bit. So yeah, I quite like this whole thing. I'm certainly very tempted by the shirt. I just think it's such a cheerful colour, and makes a change from white. And the fact that it's long sleeve, but you could easily roll the sleeve back. But I know it sounds ridiculous, but because of the holes in the fabric, it does make it much lighter if it is a warm day. So yeah, I mean, £20 for denim jeans is crazy, isn't it? But I quite like these, and I certainly like the shirt. So I've got a couple of t-shirts to show you, so I'll pop those on. Oh, and I've got a denim skirt to show you, so I'll try that too. Now I've got this, sorry, dog toy under my foot. I've got this lovely t-shirt on, but unfortunately it is 100% polyester, so I probably won't keep it. It's probably in polyester because of this draping, although I'm sure they could have got away with a mix. And it's, I've forgotten how much it is. How much is it? £14. But the neckline, I think, is rather lovely. I think that's very flattering, that neckline. This is in an 18, and I've got it on with this denim skirt. Now, I'm sure you do. When I was looking at this skirt, I looked at the reviews, and everybody said it comes up really small. So I did order it in 2 sizes. This is the 18, and it's absolutely fine, because you do want them to be quite snug. Otherwise, they just kind of sit on you. And the skirt was £24, and that is 99% cotton and 1% elastane. And it was quite tight to do up, but it's perfectly comfortable. I've had to sit down and to put my shoes on, so that's always the acid test, isn't it? So I'll show you. It's a very straight skirt, and it's got the slit in the front. Now, personally, I don't like the ones with the slit in the back. I mean, the back of my legs is not the top part of my legs is not the most attractive thing in the world. And I would rather kind of know what could be seen rather than walking along and, you know, people can see the back of you that you don't quite know what they can see. I don't know if that is balmy, but I know what I mean. So it is quite straight. I mean, you know, you can walk in it, but it, you know, that's about it. But I mean, really, what more do you need? But, and you know, it's kind of, you can still see my tummy, but I would always wear a longer top with it. And I think for the money, it's one of the best values on the high street. The denim, they didn't have it. The blue denim, they didn't have in my size. But, you know, it's plenty long enough that if you needed to wear your shorts, you know, your longer length pants, then they would never be seen. And because it's so straight, they're very popular this year. I've seen them in nearly all the stores. Have got this kind of shape denim skirt. So yeah, I think it's rather nice actually. The jury's out. I don't know. I don't wear skirts all that often, so I don't need if I need. I don't know if I need. That monsoon one. Do you remember the flared one I bought? I did get it in the smaller size, but I just don't like it. So that's going back as well. So yeah, I mean, as I say, it's snug, but it's stretchy, so it's perfectly comfortable. But just be aware, and I always think order 2 sizes, it's easier to return one then than, you know, risk it selling out or whatever. So I've got another t-shirt to try, and the jumpsuit and a jacket. So I'll get on and do that. So I put the jacket on first, and this was reduced to £15 from £30. It's such a lovely colour, isn't it? A true royal blue, and it's just a little short jacket, kind of box style jacket. Now it is 100% polyester. It does feel like polyester, but it looks absolutely fine. Depends, you know, how fussed you are about that stuff. But I do think it's rather cheerful. I've kept it on with the denim skirt. I think that looks rather smart, actually. And I've got it on over a very simple, and I know I've got a black bra on before you say we can see your bra, I know you can, but with a t-shirt bra. But this was just £6, and this is their slim fit t-shirt, and I will link it underneath. But you know, I don't think you can have too many of these basic t-shirts, because once they start to lose their whiteness, their really bright whiteness, I won't wear them. I've dyed them before, when that's been appropriate, but sometimes the dye is so expensive, I'd rather give them to the charity shop. So, excuse me, that's kind of it, because when will I ever learn? When? Obviously never. Obviously I'm not very bright, because the jumpsuit was an unmitigated disaster. A disaster, darling. So this is it. I don't know what possessed me. Honestly, it was nearly obscene. I couldn't get it on. I mean, I got it on to sort of to the waist, and honest to God, I look like a sausage tied up with string. And I won't even tell you about the crotch area, because that was verging on the obscene. And then I got one arm in, and it was like Houdini, and I couldn't get the other arm in at all. So I gave it up as a bad job. It's weird, because it says it's dyed denim, and then it says it's lyocell, tencel. I don't know, maybe they put that on by mistake, 'cause it doesn't feel like dyed denim to me. It's quite a thin fabric. But you know, if that's your thing, if you want to look like you're in the land army, showing my age again, then, you know, I quite like it. Obviously I wouldn't have bought it otherwise, but it just doesn't. I mean, I've got to stop buying jumpsuits. That's it. Stop. I don't wear the ones I've got upstairs. So yeah, so that's kind of me today. Some varied success there. As you can see, as my hair is drying, it's kind of starting to do its own thing, which I like, so that's not a problem. One more bit of housekeeping. These earrings from Munir. Now, people that are maybe, sorry, I've got to get tissue, sorry. People that are new to the channel might not know, but Munir is a very good friend of mine and my whole family. I went to school with his wife, and nearly always that's the jewellery that I will be wearing is Munir's jewellery. And they very kindly have a code all of the time, HMJ10, which isn't a one-time only code. You can use it however many times you order from them. Most of their codes are just one time only, but this one is a permanent 10% code. But please make sure you put that on the order form. Otherwise, Corinne, his wife, bless her, she goes back through anything that's in my collection, because on their page I have actually got my own collection that I selected pieces that I love. And she goes back through to see if you've bought it through my collection, and then she gives you the 10%. So just remember, HMJ10 gets you that discount. And yeah, if you could just try, you know, if you do buy anything, then be sure to get the discount and kind of put it through the right channel, because then we know whether it's still worth me worrying to work with them. I mean, I will always buy their jewellery because I love it, but, you know, whether I will kind of keep telling you guys about it, really. So anyway, that's the end of today's video. Rob's back with Dolly, so I better get sorted and tidy up. And I'll see you really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.